Good morning, YouTube homesteaders. Tom Fitzgerald with Good Hope Homestead. Today we've got a little bit of a different video that we're going to be sharing with you all today. I'm actually not out in the homestead. I'm at my parents' house. I'm with my dad, who's coincidentally also Tom Fitzgerald. And today we're going to be doing a video on a homemade chili recipe. This chili was one that was sent to us from sent to my father from my aunt, his sister. And the recipe was actually, when I read it, is quite intriguing because some of the ingredients is a little different and it's kind of outside the normal chili recipe, but sounded delicious. So we're actually going to go ahead today and give it a try. This is a look at some of the ingredients we'll be using today. I've got 2 cans of the dark kidney beans. I've got 2 cans of the light kidney beans. We're going to be using 2 seasoning packages of the chili seasoning. I've got 2 cans of diced green chili peppers. We've got 1 of the large cans of diced tomatoes. And now I've gone ahead and diced all this stuff for the sake of time and the sake of this video. But this is 1 large onion, and then we've got 3 bell peppers. We've got a yellow bell pepper, an orange bell pepper, and a red bell pepper. All right, and the kicker ingredient that we have that really makes this chili recipe stand out from all the others is the Newman's Own Peach Salsa. Now this gives it that chili, that sweet and spicy flavor, and this is really the #1 ingredient that really just changes and brings the flavor of this chili out. We're also going to be using 1 pound of ground beef, which I've already got browned and in our Instapot. And then we've got 1 pound of ground turkey, which we've already ground. Now that we've already got our ground beef in the Instapot, we're going to go ahead and add the ground turkey into it. You just want to kind of spoon it out, or take your spatula and just scrape it out of the pan. You want to try to leave the grease in the pan. When we browned the hamburger meat, we actually left the grease from the hamburger meat in the pan. And then we went ahead and did the same thing with the turkey and left the grease in there from the turkey. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and saute our onions and our peppers, and we want to save that little bit of grease that's left to saute them in with.
Move them around in the pan a little bit, make sure they get coated with some of that grease. You don't want to get them brown, just cook till they're transparent. Okay, you can see these onions, we've got a nice gloss and they're transparent, so they're about done. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add this to the ground beef and the ground turkey. This onion soaked up quite a bit of that grease, so we're going to add a little bit of olive oil here. And then we're going to dump in all of the peppers. And saute them until they're nice and transparent and soft. They're just about done. You don't want to cook them all the way because they're going to cook in the pot along with the rest of the ingredients. Okay, at this point we're going to drain these diced tomatoes. And we're going to save the liquid. Squeeze them pretty good, get a lot of that liquid out of there because we're going to need it later on. Okay, now we can add these tomatoes to the pot. Give this a quick stir. Alright, now we're going to add the beans. the beans are drained also, but we can get rid of that liquid because we're not going to use it. All right, now we're going to add all of these beans to the pot. You can get one large can of each of these beans. It'll save you a little bit of time. When you add the beans, and then going to give it another quick stir. All right. Now to that, we're going to add this jar of salsa. When you finish this and you sit down and eat it, if you think it's too sweet for you, instead of putting in this peach salsa, add a regular jar of regular salsa, and it won't be as sweet. But I think this is good just the way it is. Alright, to that we're going to add these 2 cans of diced chilies. That drains most of that liquid off of them. Alright, that's about all of the ingredients except for the seasonings. And we're going to get to that in a minute. Okay, now we're going to start adding the seasonings. We're going to take the 2 packages of chili seasoning and mix it in with the juice from the tomatoes. Stir it up pretty good to get that dissolved, so that you don't have lumps inside your chili. It's pretty thick. There wasn't too much juice with them tomatoes, so I'm going to add just a dash of water. Just to thin this down just a little bit, so it'll mix in well with the other ingredients in the pot. All right. Now we're going to stir this into the chili. Do it gradually and mix it while you're doing it, so everything gets seasoned pretty good. All right. Now we're going to add cayenne pepper, and we're adding 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper to 4 cups or 6 cups of chili. So this pot or this recipe makes 6 quarts of chili. So that would mean we're going to need 4 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. So just sprinkle that cayenne pepper on there. mix it up a little bit and then add the other 2 teaspoons. Stir that in. So we have one more ingredient to add, and we'll have some chili. Okay, the last ingredient is garlic and jalapeno pepper seasoning. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons. This will give it a little bite. All right, and that's it.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and get the pressure cooker on and set up. Now the one we're using is the Crock-Pot multi-cooker. It's basically the same thing as the Instapot. And if you're using Instapot, you can use the manual mode. Just go ahead and set it on manual high for 20 minutes. If you're using the Crock-Pot multi-cooker like I am, this one actually has a setting on it for beans chili. You can just hit that beans chili. It sets the timer automatically on high for 20 minutes. And you go ahead and hit the start button. It's going to go ahead and heat up. And once the heating process is done, it'll start cooking. Alright guys, it is done. We have released the pressure, took the lid off. And it is finished. It's hot. It's ready to go. We're going to go ahead and fix me a bowl right quick. And we're going to give this a try. Alright, Pop, give it a try. What do you think? Is it a...
doggies.
Alright.
Chili.
I'm going to go ahead and give it a try here. I've been smelling this cook and it just smells delicious. Oh yeah. Now that is good. Alright guys, well that's all we've got. The chili came out great. It's definitely got some heat to it. Now as far as the seasoning goes with the jalapeno powder, you can adjust that a little bit. I think we use 4
teaspoons.
4 teaspoons. If you don't like it real hot, you can always cut it back, cut it in half to 2, or you can adjust that, as you want for flavor, depending on how hot you like it. As far as me and Papa are concerned, we like it hot, so the way it came out is perfect for us. All right, guys. Well, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I'll also in the description go ahead and post the recipe for this if you want to try it at home. Until the next video, guys. God bless.